I wasn't looking for a project that day. I was just browsing an old hardware store in a quiet river town when the man behind the counter said something I couldn't shake.
These rains remind me of my cabin up the river. Gave up on it a long time ago.
He said it with the look of someone who had accepted defeat a long time ago. The cabin was his, and he had given up. I told myself I was just going to look. The road ended way before I expected. Then the path ended. Then it was just me, on foot, through the mud and the trees, until I reached a small wooden bridge. And on the other side, through the branches, I finally saw it. Collapsed roof, rotted deck, waterline marks climbing the walls. I understood immediately why everyone had walked away. But the more impossible it looked, the more I felt that familiar feeling, that pull, the one that shows up every time someone says something can't be done. This place hadn't failed. It had just never been built right for where it stood. And that old man deserved to see his cabin standing again, warm, beautiful, alive. So I made a decision right there, standing in the mud, with the river behind me. In this video, you're going to watch every single step of this transformation, from that rotted, forgotten shell to something warm, solid, and beautiful. Every problem the river threw at me, every solution I built with my own hands. And by the end, even the river had to agree. The first thing I had to accept about this place was that the river wasn't going anywhere. You don't fight a river. You learn to think like one. So I built 4 containment crates along the bank, upstream from the cabin. Now, when the water rises, it finds a path we chose for it, not the one it used to take, straight through this home. But redirecting the river was only half the battle. Water is patient. It finds every gap, every crack, every inch of ground around a foundation, and it waits. So I built a drainage pit around the cabin. Any water that gets close gets pulled down into that pit and pumped out. Uphill, away, gone. The cabin doesn't fight the water anymore. It just never has to deal with it. This river flooded this cabin for years, soaked the walls, warped the floors, pushed the man who loved this place to the point of giving up on it entirely. So I figured the river owed him something back. Downstream, where the water drops naturally over the rocks, I installed a small turbine. No fuel, no noise, no electricity bill. The same river that spent years trying to take this place down now keeps every light in it burning. After weeks of work, countless trips down that road with a loaded truck, and more than a few nights lying awake, running through every decision I'd made, the cabin was finally done. Every beam replaced, every surface sealed, the foundation solid, the river redirected, the lights burning on water that used to flood the floors. But finishing the work was never really the point. There was one moment I had been working toward since the very first day I set foot on this property, and it was finally time. I didn't make a speech, didn't explain what had been done, or how long it had taken. When he arrived, I just opened the door and stepped aside. He moved slowly through every room, the way people move when they're not just looking at a place, they're remembering it. Running a hand along the kitchen counter, standing in front of the fireplace, a little longer than necessary. Every corner of this cabin held something for him that no renovation could touch. Memories that belonged to him alone. Stories I would never fully know and never needed to. That part of this place was always his. We ended up on the deck with 2 cups of tea and nowhere to be. Mostly we just sat there, watching the same river that had worn him down for so many years, now running quietly below, like it had nothing left to prove. At some point he went quiet, and I could see it in his eyes. Something that had been gone for a long time was finally back.
Thank you. Really.
That's the moment I work for. Every single time.